you are consistent in this language, and if you are reading, listening, speaking, and writing, definitely no one will stop you to learn this language. Even I live in a small village, so if I learn this language, if I speak this language, so why not anyone? And we have good resources as well, ChatGPT, Meta AI, Google, and lots of applications are there that you can use, and you can become a fluent speaker.
तो कोई फायदा नहीं है.
So I also think the same thing, that if you are just learning vocabulary, you must use into your conversation. And if you are not using that vocabulary into your conversation, definitely you will not improve in your communication, and you will forget that vocabulary. Again, you need to search on Google that, and even on YouTube, that how can I improve my vocabulary. So there is no point to searching more and more about how can I do this. No need to search more and more. You must actually work on that, and you must use that vocabulary into your conversations, right?
Exactly.
So what I do when I am free, that time whenever I just read something in books, or I have heard something, the vocabulary that people are using, so I try to use that vocabulary in different settings. Consider I am alone. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, hi, namaskar, good evening.
Yeah, namaskar, good evening. How is everything going? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going like good and everything is really fine. What about you? How's
Yeah,
your Marathi life going on in Maharashtra?
everything is going good. Thank you so much for asking. And how is weather at your place?
Yeah, in Bengal, the weather is really sweet these days because we are like entering into the winter days right now, and it's really good. Like we have a really cloudy kind of like sweet kind of weather these days.
Mm-hmm. Here in Maharashtra, it is cool weather. I am enjoying it, but early in the morning, I don't enjoy it because it is literally freezing. I always freeze because it is too much cold at my place. And in the afternoon, it is like sunny, so I can enjoy the weather, but not morning.
Yeah, the same concept doesn't apply here in my life as well because there were very few instances where I have seen the rising sun in the morning. So I'm not a early bird person. So yeah, which
Yeah,
is
I want you to introduce yourself for my audience, because I know you very well, but we also have one session, right? But still, I want you to
exactly
introduce yourself for my audience. Please
okay.
go ahead.
We know each other very well, but yeah, for the audience who are watching us for the first time, hello, namaskar. I'm Rahul Das. I'm a teacher at Planet Square Private Limited, also the founder of Crack English app, and I'm here to make sure that each one of Indians can speak English fluently. Doesn't matter where they are from. In front of the audience.
Yeah. So as you know that my name is Dipali and I'm from Maharashtra. I have completed my post graduation, and I also run YouTube channel. English with Dipali, it is my YouTube channel name. And I'm a farmer's daughter. I live in a very small village. So it is all about me. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that like we had a discussion on the in the last class as well, that yeah, that farming background, it's really interesting, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
today we'll be digging deeper into some other topics and we'll try to understand more about the core philosophies of how to become a really fluent and good English speaker.
Yes, yes. So I have some question to ask you, that you also come from small village. So how did you learn this language, and what makes you to learn this language? Can you please tell me about this? And what was your strategies to learn this language as well?
See, let me answer everything honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Realities were different when I was a kid. Uh, I'm from a really like village background where the schools they don't even teach English. They just teach those English grammar concepts, core concepts only to the topper students. And to backbenchers like us, they just avoid and ignore us. So due to which I almost failed to learn English till
Hmm.
I was in class 9. But yeah, later on, somehow somehow I got to watch some kind of movies, serials, web series. All great goes to Geo, and
Yeah.
started like watching all these contents. And as everyone preaches, ki like we should all watch contents, English contents to understand more about English. So that's when, for the first time, when I watched a Bengali serial where
Mm-hmm.
the lead actor he was
Mm-hmm.
presented like a big businessman who is so smart, so professional, so advanced, and who always speaks in English only. And that's what actually attracted me. Actually, that's what actually triggered me that I want to become a person like him in the future. Back then, I was just 14 or I guess 13 years old. But that's
Okay.
how it all started. I used to record with a little smartphone, not even smartphone, screen touch phone. Back then, when we were when I was near about what 12 or 13 years old, I used to record those videos so that I could watch it again and again to understand how he speaks English, so that I can also learn those words.
Yeah.
And as a result, I learned some of the words, some of the phrases, just like, what the hell are you talking about? I learned this phrase, I learned this sentence when I was 13 years old after watching those TV serials. Okay. This is the language which can make me fluent, which can make me confident in front of everyone. Because
Yeah.
in my life, I've faced several issues like racism, like many things, due to which I became very less confident in my life. But yeah, this language, after practicing it, after trying a little bit to understand more, to try to speak more, in my
Yeah.
college, I started speaking this language.
Wow.
Gradually,
Yeah, it's such a beautiful the things that you have done. Like it was a shadowing technique. You were just a 13 years kid, and you started shadowing technique. I am damn sure that you did not know about this concept shadowing, and you without knowing that word, and you started to do that. I have also faced these challenges in my village as well, because I even do not have anyone who can speak English. So learning English was a big challenge for me. Yeah. So I want to know that how we can work on our pronunciation and vocabulary.
okay. So first things first, like the way you asked me, na, that I learned shadow technique, but the reality is, I never thought that I was learning how to speak English. I always thought ki I knew how to speak English, although I didn't. But yeah, like I had that confidence because I was just a 13 years old kid. So I had no fear in my mind. I had no fear of judgments in my mind because I haven't faced the real life, right?
Yeah.
But gradually, when I got into college, when I thought ki now I will have to make sure that I'm confident. Otherwise, I'll be beaten by
Yeah.
everyone. I'll be
Yes.
sabotaged by everyone. So I started learning how to talk to unknown people, how to communicate with unknown people. And the best way to communicate with unknown people and present yourself a confident person is to speak in English. That's when they'll be like, yeah, this is a really good guy. He's a really intelligent guy to continue the conversation with. So
Yeah.
like that was the main thing I had in my mind when I got into college because I wasn't interested in onto the subjects which I took. Gradually, I made many friends. Many friends means many friends. I once of all of a sudden, I had 35 friends in my college. And all this happened because I used to watch YouTube videos and then I used to prepare some scripts. What today I'll be going to talk about, or today I'll be talking to students, or I'll be talking to my friends. And I used to visit my college and start talking with them like this. So gradually it all happened. And the question that you asked me, now, how to build vocabularies, how to start pronunciations and all, quite different thing. But if we can listen and hear them more and more, as an example, I used to watch YouTube videos, which made me realize that yeah, English is actually different. Their English accent is actually different. The people from South Delhi, South Bombay, their accent is actually different than ours. I started copying them word by word, sentence by sentences, phrases by phrases. When I started copying them, gradually it happened that now I
Don't
know how to
you
speak.
feel bored of it? Don't you feel bored of it, like shadowing? Because I always find shadowing is so boring, so I avoid to do that. So I only repeat two sentences. I can manage for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then I can't do it. I don't know why. I always get bored of it. So how do you keep doing if you are doing shadowing technique? So are you, by the way, are you doing shadowing technique these days or not?
Not exactly. I don't think it is required now. I don't know. Maybe I'm becoming overconfident, but yep, I'm not practicing these things since last many years actually. And like to answer your question is, I would like to counter you here with this fact: keep when we are trying something, when we are trying to learn something, which like we are considering is a really big thing, we need to focus on it. When we are considering it our job to do, then we'll not be able to do it perfectly. But if we are passionate about it, if we are like completely motivated about it, yeah, let's do it. Let's just face the challenge. Now we're taking this as a challenge. Only then we'll be able to do it. So we'll have to take all this as challenges, not like it's a job to do. Shadowing
Yeah.
techniques, all this. No, forget about all this. Just start
Yeah.
speaking. Okay. The more
Speak.
your audience and viewers will start speaking, the more they'll become fluent. That's it. They just need to start, And I have taught many students from many from different parts of our country, from like
Mhm.
almost 22 states, and I
Mhm.
have seen a trend in all of them. All the students that I had till now, I have seen ki they are not like they have not improved themselves just by shadowing things, just by mugging up the grammar concepts.
Mhm.
They just practice speaking. Even if
Mhm.
they're making things wrong, even if they're like pronouncing wrong things, still they were practicing. They were speaking.
Mhm.
Gradually it happened. Always
Yeah.
remember this. Please share the same concept with your viewers as well. Ki
Yeah.
we should not consider English as like a very big thing. It's everything is our mind only. We just need to
Hmm.
practice. That's it. Practice करते रहो
I
बस
have
होता जाएगा.
one more question here that you have mentioned that we must speak a lot and then only we can improve in this language gradually. But what if you do not have any partner? How and then how you can improve your communication? And you are also denying to do a shadowing technique. So if the person is there and they want to improve in their communication skills, so how can they improve without a partner? So do you have any tips for them as well?
एक्चुअली अगर ऐसा कुछ है नहीं तो फिर मुझे एक चीज लगता है कि उनको करना जरूरी है. They should start speaking on their WhatsApp Meta AI chats. They can speak on their WhatsApp own voice messages. They can just turn on their voice messages and start speaking. But whatever they do, they just need to speak. I'm just preaching this fact. I'm just preaching this concept. They just need to speak. They don't need to think about anything else. They don't need to watch any videos. They don't need to watch any grammar concepts. They just need to speak. Even if they're speaking it all wrong, still they just need to speak.
I actually
Galat?
agree with this. Yeah, I actually agree with this point that you must speak. Even it is in wrong English, you must speak. I have also started speaking with this method. I was speaking wrong English and I was speaking broken English, but I was speaking. That is the formula of speaking and learning and improving in this language.
That's how your journey started, right? That's how your journey started. Now, today, you are a teacher.
Actually, the thing is that I have never
Yes.
started classes because I want to earn money. I started classes because I want to learn. And when you are teaching someone, then definitely you search or you research and you don't want to teach them wrong English. That was my main motive that I want to improve. And how I will improve? I will teach them. That is how I have started to take offering one-on-one session as well. How important is vocabulary in spoken English?
Uh, yep. To be very precise, it is important. It is important actually. Because imagine yourself being a English speaker and you're talking to somebody and they have used a word. After hearing that, your mind goes completely blank.
Ah,
It's a really awkward situation, right? So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we need to learn vocabularies.
Mm-hmm.
Vocabularies are really important
Yes.
on that. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you really want to consider how to learn vocabularies, you should start uh, reading newspapers. You should start reading books. You will get many vocabularies there. Just
Mm-hmm.
copy and paste this on dictionaries and start understanding the meanings. That's it.
Yeah. Can you please share your secret of learning vocabulary? Because my method is different. Your method is different. I want you to share your method. Please go ahead.
देखो अगर मैं एकदम सच बात बताता हूँ, ठीक है, तो ये है कि
Mm-hmm.
पर्सनली मुझे 5 साल लगा है स्पोकन इंग्लिश ठीक से बात करने में. ठीक है, ये
Yeah.
ऑनेस्ट रीजन है, ऑनेस्ट यही रियलिटी है. तो इसके कारण ना मैंने अलग अलग जगह से अलग अलग तरीके से सीखा. आई हैव नेवर टेकन एनी कोर्सेज. इसीलिए मुझे
Yeah.
5 साल मैंने बुक पढ़ के सीखा, यूट्यूब वीडियोस देख देख के सीखा, मूवीज देख देख के सीखा, ऐसे कर करके लग गए बहुत साल. तो कोई फायदा नहीं है.
So I also think the same thing that if you are just learning vocabulary, you must use into your conversation. And if you are not using that vocabulary into your conversation, definitely you will not improve in your communication, and you will forget that vocabulary again. You need to search on Google that, and even on YouTube that how can I improve my vocabulary. So there is no point to searching more and more about how can I do this. No need to search more and more. You must actually work on that, and you must use that vocabulary into your conversations, right?
Exactly.
So what I do when I am free, that time whenever I just read something in books or I have heard something, the vocabulary that people are using, so I try to use that vocabulary in different settings. Consider I am alone and I have learned one vocabulary, and this is anything. It might be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It means that your performance is extremely good. So
आप इस vocabulary को किस conversation में use करेंगे और किसको समझ में आएगा?
I have take 10 texts for this vocabulary. So I'm just telling you, like, if you want
यहाँ
to,
पे like being a teacher बस एक like बोल सकते हो tips है, ठीक है, एक tip है, बस एक suggestion है, not for you, for the viewers only. ऐसे vocabularies मत सीखो जो सुनने वाला है उसको समझ में ही नहीं आए, उसको पता ही नहीं है, ठीक है? ये like I understand कि तुमने खुद के मजे के लिए सीखा था, लेकिन जो स्टूडेंट्स है मैं उनको बता रहा हूँ, जो लर्नर्स उनको मैं बता रहा हूँ, ऐसे vocabulary मत सीखो जिससे अल्टीमेटली सबको समझ में नहीं आएगा ना कि वो क्या है.
so I'm telling you the meaning of that word is that extremely good. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. This word has used by Shashi Tharoor sir. I'm big fan of him. I like his English a lot.
सच में इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टर है. जिस हिसाब से वोकैबुलरी यूज करते हैं ना, मैं कभी-कभी सोचता हूँ लाइक कैसे.
It is very difficult to acquire new vocabulary, and even I try to learn new vocabulary, and I always find to learn and use it into conversation. I forget lots of vocabulary. So eloquent means fluent, and I want to learn this vocabulary, so I must practice it again and again with different sentence. I am eloquent in Marathi. It means that I am fluent in Marathi. I am eloquent in writing. It means that I am fluent in writing. So we need to use that same vocabulary in different settings. So that will vocabulary. You will use it any settings, or even you are in a public place, even you are speaking with your friend, even you are taking on one-on-one session. So definitely it will help you. You will not forget that. Sometimes what happen, we learn vocabulary and we forget it. We go blank, as you mentioned earlier as well. So what is the secret of your confidence? You are too much confidence. Why? Where do this confidence come? Yeah.
ये क्वेश्चन जब मेरे स्टूडेंट्स मुझे पूछते हैं तो मैं उनको ऐसे जवाब देता हूँ कि जैसे कि लोग ऑक्सीजन इनहेल करते हैं ना, मैं ऑक्सीजन के साथ डेली 3 kg कॉन्फिडेंस भी ऐसे इनहेल कर लेता हूँ, ठीक है? और उसके साथ जो भी नर्वसनेस है ना, उसको एक्सेल कर लेता हूँ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जैसे. देखिए ना, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा एटीट्यूड हो जाएगा, ये सच नहीं है. देखो रियलिटी यही है कि कॉन्फिडेंस ऐसे नहीं आता है. कॉन्फिडेंस तुम में तभी आएगा जब तुम फेल होगे बार-बार. एंड आई नो कि मेरे लाइफ में कोई सक्सेस स्टोरी नहीं है, लेकिन मल्टीपल फेलियर स्टोरीज हैं.
Okay, so I want you share some tips for my learners, how they can build their confidence and how can they speak English fluently.
Okay, तो मैं सम टिप्स नहीं देने वाला, मैं बस एक ही बात कहूंगा और सारे लर्नर्स, सारे व्यूअर्स को बस एक ही मंत्र कैसे घुसा लेना है और इसके साथ इसको बंद कर देना है ताकि इससे ना निकले. बात ये है, just do it. नहीं होना, but it's not gonna happen, bro. So you just need to start speaking. That's it. There are no other ways to speak. There are no other ways to become confident. एक ही टिप है बस.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. I also believe in it because I have been practicing more than a year. So I believe in it, and consistency play the important role. If you are consistent in this language, and if you are reading, listening, speaking, and writing, definitely no one will stop you to learn this language. Even I live in a small village, so if I learn this language, if I speak this language, so why not anyone? And we have good resources as well, ChatGPT, Meta AI, Google, and lots of applications are there that you can use, and you can become a fluent speaker. So patience, we need lots of patience. And if we have patience, definitely we will learn this language. So Rahul, thank you so much for joining this session, and I know that you are busy, but still you reserve some time for my session, and you joined this session. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure for me actually. Was thinking of connecting with you like since many long time. लेकिन वो क्या है ना, टाइम अभी क्या ऐसा स्केड्यूल चल रहा है कि हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा हो जाता है कि स्टक हो जाता हूँ, कर नहीं पाता हूँ. But yeah,
Yeah,
I really enjoyed this session. वो होता है ना, because we are friends, तो ऐसे sessions में जैसे बात normally होता है उससे भी अलग बात होता है. So today, like I really enjoyed connecting with you as like up to that way. So yeah, मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगा. शायद दोबारा कभी और sessions भी होंगे. And I guess and I hope viewers को कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. Thank you so
yeah,
much for
definitely.
having me.
Yeah. Chalo then, bye. Have a great day. Yeah.